Now this, to say it's been popular is the understatement of the year. I'm going for one today because I've missed out on the last two times it was a today's special value. Very unusual to have today's special values coming back for a third time, so I don't know, but this could be your last chance to get this, as in today, to get this deal. It is an incredible offer on 4 easy payments, almost half price. Incredible, Lee.
It is amazing. I mean, if you go to Amazon right now, it's closer to our price that we'd usually see. And I think £190 is still great for what you're seeing here. You rightfully say it's been a today's special value 2 times. About 30,000 of you have purchased this before. I know many of you are wanting to get another one because you fell in love with the last system. A lot of you are new Blink users. Why is this so special? Well, Blink is an Amazon company. They started a few years back as a Kickstarter campaign. They raised $1 million and then they get bought eventually by Amazon. What I love though is they still operate like a startup. So there's a UK helpline you can phone, and they really care about their customers. If you can take a picture with your smartphone and scan a QR code, you can set this up. It's no more complex than that. You only need to know your Wi-Fi name and the password. All of these run on batteries, so no taking it down every 3 months to recharge, no taking it down to swap a battery out. Your only running costs for this are the replacement batteries every 2 years. They may even last longer than that if you're not using it as often.
I've actually got rechargeable ones, so I just charge the batteries up.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, just so you know, on these, you have to use lithium batteries on these ones.
Okay.
You probably could on the floodlight. Always lithium batteries on the cameras, and that's going to give you up to 2 years. So lithium batteries are a little more expensive, but they will make sure you get the maximum battery life. It's worthwhile. So my running cost per year for my cameras works out at about £2. OK?
Wow.
And I'm going to show you how you have to pay no subscription fee. What do you get in the box? It's really important. In fact, let's go over to here, if I may, because there's everything here. Because it's not just the floodlight and the 2 cameras. You get everything, right down to a little device to take the back off the camera. You don't have to go and find a screwdriver for that. Everything ready to go out of the box. 2 cameras with 2 ball mounts as well. And one of those is going to go onto the front of the camera. I'm going to show you in a minute how easy it is to set up. The floodlight's 700 lumens and completely adjustable as well. So maybe, like my mum, she parks her car at the back of the house, and when she comes into a gate, it's dark. When she comes to a gate now, it automatically goes on the floodlight. But you can switch it on manually from 15 seconds up to 5 minutes if you want to, and we'll show you that in a short while. Let's look at some footage to start with, because I think that's really important to understand what this can do. It's a security camera. So if, like a lovely customer that contacted me earlier, she wants to know who's throwing rubbish into her garden, you'll better find out who it is. If someone's around your vehicle at night, you know, security is what it's about. However, if you want to look at wildlife, you can. Nikita, I know you remember Nikita. She lived a long, long age, my Nikita. But as she got an older girl, I wanted to keep an eye on her. There's Crumpet the dog. And can you see 110-degree angle, full high definition, day, night, -20 up to +45, infrared technology. And all of these pictures you're seeing here are even without the floodlight.
That's
and I'm going to
amazing.
show. I know, it's amazing.
I actually had a notification a couple of days ago, and then there was a little robin on my face, which it was so nice to see. Because if you believe in the kind of, you know, a lot of people feel like it's quite meaningful when you see a robin.
Well, let me show you this. This is, I put the floodlight in my darkest room. Can you see that little shaft of light there? That's the light coming in because I didn't shut the door entirely. I want to show you how powerful that 700 lumens is. Now, I've done this remotely. That could be a house in Australia. That's how much it will brighten the room. It's daylight right now, so it's no point me showing you the one we've got in our QVC garden because you won't see the throw of light. That's instantly like someone has lit 700 tea lights in that room. Instant brightness. But here's where it gets even more incredible. That light has 10 steps on it, so you can even fade down the light on the floodlight. And let's take a look at it here right next to me. So what will happen is you mount this on the front, and all you need to do is plug it into the back. That's all you're doing. And when it senses movement across the camera, the lights come on.
And look how bright.
Yeah.
If you were up to no good, you'd be off down the road, wouldn't you?
Yes, absolutely. And you can also angle this around, so you have complete control over it. But here's the difference, Catherine. This will last anywhere between 1 and 2 years. It takes batteries. That's what's unique. If you look at most floodlights, there's nothing like this anyway. I can't compare it to anything. Most floodlights need wiring in, or a solar panel, or if they're battery operated, they'll last maybe a couple of months if you're lucky. all of that automatically. I mean, that alone for the price is amazing. That with 2 cameras blows my mind.
It's
amazing.
Incredible, and feel free to do your own homework, because I did, and that's why I've placed my order.
Yeah.
And we can see here just how the lights come on.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I love about that is you, wherever you are in the world, and we're going to show you a picture of me in a plane in a short while, it will say to you someone is at the door, or someone at whatever camera you name it. So you can have a two-way dialogue because, again, it's got two-way audio in it. If that wasn't enough, you can have a two-way conversation. So that delivery driver, before they've even knocked on your door, you know they're approaching your door. It will save into your video. Let me just quickly show you how everything is saved. I do it this way because I want you to see it how you'll probably use it. You'll use it on your phone. Also, if more than one of you live in the same household, all sign on with the same credentials, you all have access to the camera. It's not just one app.
So good.
So if you and I live together one day, we could both have this, and if we're both out shopping in separate supermarkets, we get notifications. But
I love watching my pet. I can watch and see what the cats are up to from here.
It's a joyous thing. But even things like this, I live in a flat, and I had to have some parcels collected, so I was having a conversation with them here, made sure they came in, took the parcels, and then left. So I had control when I'm not there. And even if you're thinking, maybe like me, you live in a flat, maybe you think, well, not much goes on in my house, just to have eyes and ears, it becomes a bit addictive. And I have to tell this story because it made me howl with laughter. One of our customers said to me that she'd gone out and her teenage daughter had some friends round. She noticed the sherry cupboard had been depleted a bit. So she put one of these in the cupboard. So every time they open the door now, every time they open, they don't even bother opening the door now because there's no way of getting around this. It's going to start recording, and the mother can tell them to get out of the cupboard if she wants to.
That's what I love. You can just set that down wherever you want to, so you don't have to install it. There's no wiring to put anywhere. You don't need to hire an electrician.
Well, let's talk about the installation, because people love this, rightfully so. I've actually even not seen this offer on Amazon Prime days. That's why you love this offer. Let me talk about setup.
But it's only for a day, only till midnight, if it lasts that long.
Yeah, let me talk about setup, because this again is where Blink to me are in a league of their own. When you get it home, download the free Blink app, and this is your brain of the system. It's called the Sync module, the Sync module 2. Plug it into a standard plug. That's just, I want you to be aware of that. You don't have to plug it into your router. There is a cable. Let me unplug it just for now. It doesn't matter. The cable will go into the back there. It will flash. And then you'll tap the app and it will ask you to scan this. Then it will ask for your Wi-Fi details. That hub is set up. Now, one thing before I show you how to set the cameras up, you will get a month's worth of free cloud storage. After that, if you don't want to pay, get a standard USB key. You've probably seen these before, flash drive, pen drives, they're called all sorts of things.
That's what I've done with mine, so I don't pay a subscription.
Precisely. Pop that into the side of that unit. Remember, this is inside your house, up to 256 gig. Everything gets stored on here, and you can view it in the app as well. And so no ongoing costs.
And you don't have to constantly go back and take that flash drive out, or at least I don't. What I do is, as and when I see little notifications, I just delete the notifications and it frees up the space. So you never even, you plug it in once and you forget about it.
The app, you can even say, just delete everything after 3 days, 7 days, a month. You can actually automatically do it.
Oh, I didn't realise
If I had enough time, I'd show you all these bells and whistles, but just the base is far from basic. The stuff we're showing you is amazing. Then you take this little tool in the box and you take the screw off the back of one of these cameras. You put your 2 lithium batteries, they are included, into the back of the camera. It will click. You'll press the Add button in your app and scan another QR code. I mean, you probably scan QR codes here all the time because we love that technology. It will say, name the camera. You can call it front door, back door, garage, shed, whatever. You put the back onto that and you won't replace those batteries up to 2 years. Here's the thing I love, and you've actually just said about this, which I love. Let's just imagine this is my sitting room and this is my kitchen, all right? Use your imagination here. This is in my sitting room. Want to move it to a kitchen, pick it up and move it. So there's no unpinning of wires, and actually these cameras can be up to 100 feet away from that Sync module. Now, if you've bought previous models, you can add them all to the Sync module. The app will allow you to load up to 10 Sync modules with 10 cameras. So one app can handle up to 100 cameras. It's bonkers.
That's so good.
Because I know you'll be like everyone else, including myself and Catherine. Once you get this, you'll start thinking, I need a few more cameras. I've got a space that will go in.
Well, it's a bit like the Echo Dot. I never thought I would need more than one.
Yeah.
But you have more than one and you really use them. And I've been the same with Blink because now I've upgraded. I've got the doorbell as well. I love the fact that the other day I was in the bath and the doorbell went and I was able to answer the door from the bath and just said, can you just leave? I didn't do it on video, but
not this time round. I have to say, though, even sometimes when you're at home, you don't want to open the doors. I was speaking to one of our lovely cameramen. He said his dad's in a wheelchair and he's able to see who's at the door and interact with them. It really gives you that sense of freedom. It gives you that sense of control because our homes and the things in them are very precious to us, very much so. And I think even, you know, sometimes even at home you feel something's changed overnight. You feel, you know, sometimes you just feel someone's been in the garden. I know that's a weird thing to say. Or like these guys. In fact, that video footage there, that's not the floodlight. That's how it will see in the dark.
Yeah, it's so good.
So if they'd have had the floodlight, there is a blue light on the front that comes on which you can turn off if you want to. The thing with the floodlight, of course, that's going on before they've even got onto your property, and most people are like, nope. Yeah. On that note, before I show you the settings, if someone steals one of these, they are useless. You have to delete them.
I love that.
You
How
have to delete the
clever
camera.
is that?
And if they take your camera, they'd have to be a bit stupid, I think, to take a camera, but if they did, your footage isn't on the camera, it's in your home and it's on your app.
Isn't that
so they don't
clever?
take it with you. Just very quickly, because I know I'm talking, please, I know I'm talking fast, I'm sorry. There's a lot to talk about. Any point in between shows, I sit in my dressing room, Catherine will vouch for this, and I'm like this on my phone, on my tablet, my laptop, answering all your questions. I don't want you to think I've got one little question that he's not answering. At Presenting Lee, I will answer them all. Now, very finally, you have complete control over your cameras. So let's say, for example, this bit up here is a road and it keeps setting off your cameras. Shut that off if you want to. But because it's Blink, look at this, I can go advanced. Look how micro I can go in to shut zones off and on.
It may be that you have like a tree that sort of like sways and then it sort of sets it off.
Yep, brilliant example. So you can set those, and of course if you move or maybe, you know, you have an extension or something, you can change all of these things if you want to.
I like how easy it is to disarm as well, because sometimes when my cats are going in and out, because you know what cats are like, it's like, I'm out now, I want to go back in, then obviously I'm getting notifications every second.
Yeah.
So then I just press disarm for a little while until they've settled down.
You can disarm everything. We won't have time to show you, but I can say when I leave the house, Alexa, arm my home system, and it will arm for me. You didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
Yep. If I have a show device, I can view my cameras on this. You can set routines to say when I go to bed, turn all the cameras on. Millions of things you can do, but get it today because the price is mind-blowingly good. And I don't know if we'll ever see it again.
Well, maybe we'll see it again at 3 o'clock because I know that's when we're due to see you
and
again.
1 o'clock.
And 1 o'clock as well. So whatever you do, just get your order in while you can because that price is amazing. $99.96. You're saving almost £90, and that's even including the P&P charges. You're still saving almost £90. It's just incredible. So do make sure you get it home. Try it for yourself. If you don't love it, you can always send it back because we are QVC. Here's Simon. I'll see you at 2.
And you can do exactly the same with clothes. But we've got a wonderful range of clothes